voice.
Yeah, that's the radio. That's the radio personality you put on like a business suit.
The tone changed.
Hey there.
Big episode today, Frank.
Oh, we're doing it.
Yeah.
My name is Frank.
Hey,
Frank Sarah.
Hey everybody, welcome to.
Wait, hi.
Hey everybody, welcome to Reboot Leggers. This is your host Scott Owen and my co-host who goes second.
Me, I'm Frank Sarah.
Jeez, big episode today, Frank.
Big episode. Number 10, double digits.
Double digits.
Our podcast can buy cigarettes.
I don't think. No, that's actually incorrect in so many ways. Our podcast is 10 weeks old, first of all. And even if it was years, 10-year-olds don't buy those legally.
In the strictest legal sense, yes.
Legally, right. Frank, I don't know if you've looked at the headlines today, but here's a real headline that I've seen on the internet. This is 100% real. Mysterious Skittles spill on highway gets another twist.
Ooh. How many twists does that bring us up to?
I don't know. Mars Inc., which makes the candy, says it doesn't know why the discarded candy might have been headed to become cattle feed.
Ooh.
So we got a mysterious spill on the highway, and now we're learning it's going to
You gotta make that sweet sugar milk.
Oh, sugar milk. I tell you, this is a mystery.
Yeah, I mean, happy cows, happy cheese, that's what they say.
Uh-huh. How
welcome to Reboot Leggers. This is your
the
weekly news
edition.
roundup podcast.
Yeah. I was trying to segue.
Every week we read news headlines and we just give you we riff on them.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a mystery, Frank.
It's it's a mystery. It's I don't know how to solve this mystery. Do you know anyone that can help us?
There we go. Have you ever read books?
Oh, well, yeah, I remember books.
Here's some books you might know of, and some individuals who might be able to help us. I'm thinking. So let's just back up a sec. You know what? Let's talk about what's hot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we both know what's hot is children being placed in danger.
Okay. I'm glad I hung in there.
Solving problems for adults. What did you think was hot?
Well, you paused a little bit, but I'm glad I hung in there.
Oh, yeah. Now, thinking back on it, I can understand how that pacing of phrase started to sound weird.
We're good.
Good. So I'm talking about Frank, child detectives.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a while since we've got a good child.
They can't buy cigarettes,
property.
but they can catch you. They can catch you.
They can catch you buying cigarettes.
Yeah, illegally.
Illegally going to jail hell.
Is that both places at once? Is jail hell? Because I think they only can control the jail part.
Hell jail?
Yeah. Yeah.
Take him to hell jail. But we haven't gotten a good, wholesome child detective story in quite a while. Mm-hmm. Frank, I'm talking about Encyclopedia Brown. I'm talking about the Hardy Boys. I'm talking about Nancy Drew. And so
wholesome crime solving.
Yeah. And
by wholesome people.
I think we should get into that game. And so, I mean, which one of those three should we reboot?
What? All of them?
Oh, bring them all together as a supergroup.
Let's do.
Why choose one when you can have all of them?
Yeah, we can make like an all-purpose, child solvers.
We'll call them the child solvers.
Well, that sounds like the children are the problem. Children Here are the
Mm.
solution.
The child solution.
The child yeah, we'll work with that. Working title.
I think that
But that's
sounds
the final title.
more like the issue you just described.
Yeah. You know what? We'll figure it out. We always figure it out eventually.
We'll get there. Okay, so tell me, what do either of us know about any of these children?
Okay, so in like elementary school, I probably read a couple Hardy Boys books.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like the kind of thing that would happen. Encyclopedia Brown, maybe too, because he kind of came back a little bit. Like he was like from like the '60s or whatever, but they like did a bunch. Also,
Far more successful than his cousin Dictionary White. Nah.
no, yeah, we can cut that.
I mean, I'm not gonna. Donald.
Although, cut me saying cut it. I think probably
Maybe.
Well, it definitely cut me saying to tell you to cut not the cut that I cut.
Maybe now you're just going down this rabbit hole. No, I will cut some of those. We'll see which ones. Yeah.
Well, I mean, cut you saying you're gonna cut them now.
Okay, so Encyclopedia, aka Leroy Brown.
And he's not very bad.
No, not the bad Leroy Brown.
He isn't that good.
He's a pretty decent Leroy Brown. You think that song is actually about the child detective, but like grown up, maybe?
It might be. Maybe he went down the wrong road. So structurally, these are very similar.
Well, let me back up right quick and just clarify. I have not read a single one of any of these, so I think I am, in Hollywood terms, the most qualified to handle this material.
You're not tainted.
Yeah, I can approach
You're coming to this pure and fresh.
A pure, fresh baby perspective. That's right. Okay, so Encyclopedia Leroy. Whoa.
Leroy.
He got an HBO series in '89.
I have no response to that.
Right? Like, is this before HBO became like the cable channel you go to when you need to see boobs?
I mean, apparently, right?
Was it a more wholesome time, 1989?
Oh yeah. Well, so these stories also have a very similar structure, which is that grown-ups are stupid, right? And we're tracking so far. The millennials are coming up, and they're better. So grown-ups are dumb, and a grown-up commits a crime.
Grown-up commits a crime. You can't have a grown-up solve it. Grown-ups are dumb.
Yeah, grown-ups are dumb, and like the cops like are can't catch anybody. And so a child who is able to see the world, who's able to part the veil, so to speak.
You're getting into a Baby Geniuses situation.
Yeah, the child solves the crime. So
you do the time, the child solves the crime.
I don't think it works that direction.
You go to jail, and then the child solves the crime.
It has to happen the other way.
No, that's how it works in this crazy mixed up world where children can become detectives.
Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. And so the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew, they both like. Does it ever even explain like how like? I think in both cases their like father is a cop, and then they're just like also allowed to be around for some reason. But I believe Encyclopedia Brown has a slight twist where his dad's a cop, and like Encyclopedia Brown just like rifles through his case notes.
He's like, hang on. His father's just completely disheveled.
Yeah, his father like comes home from work and like puts down his briefcase and then like goes to like knock a few back, and Encyclopedia Brown just like gets a screwdriver and like cracks open the briefcase and just like goes through his father's case notes, and like he like gaslights his dad into thinking his dad figured out who solved the crime.
His dad comes home. God, what a rough day.
And there's like a bunch of like notes of like the solved crime.
He's like, I have no idea who did this murder? And then the next day, he's like, he sees his notes. He's like, oh, I guess I did know who did
Yeah,
this
because
murder.
his father was an alcoholic, and he. They're pretty dark books. They're from like the mid '60s.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they were targeted at children at the time, but the way everyone's desensitized nowadays.
And grown-ups are dumb, so they read books about children, I guess.
Yeah, because as we've previously covered, adults are dumb.
Unintelligent troglodytes.
That's a good one.
Thank you. It's one of my favorite words because it's troglodyte. It's got that really condescension in it. All right,
Yeah.
so we've got Leroy Brown, nosy fella, a nebby noser. I've heard that phrase before. I believe that's a phrase from your neck of the woods.
So run that by me again.
Nebby noser.
A nebby noser. So we've got these children, and adults are dumb, right?
Uh-huh.
So well, I mean, where are we taking this?
I'm just looking at a list here of encyclopedia of Leroy's friends.
Leroy's companions.
Leroy, you've got Charlie Stewart. Off the just right away. This is not a good crowd. First child, whatever, listed on this list of Encyclopedia's friend, Charlie Stewart, who collects animal teeth. Benny Breslin, whose loud snoring often proves to be a nuisance on camping trips. Cicero Sturgis, Idaville's leading child actor. Pablo Pizarro, Idaville's leading child artist. This is a town where leading child actor and leading child artist are a thing.
This is a culture in which, now I don't want it to be a repeat of last week, but children rule.
Yes. Mort Fangs Liverright, who can open a bottle of root beer with his teeth.
Now, out of the ones you've listed, that one's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Assuming this is the 1960s and twist bottles don't exist.
Right.
Twist
like,
tops.
how does he do that?
That's difficult. My mouth can't do that.
I
don't have the
fortitude.
Yeah, the constitution to really just dig in there.
Seems painful.
I think it would hurt.
Huh. What's he got, like some steel grills?
Or maybe he's like a vampire. That could be cool. Kids like vampires.
Yeah, but
do kids still like vampires?
I think so. Maybe not though. I don't. But I'm not who these reboots are for.
I'm not a teen.
I'm not a hip teen. Okay. So we'll definitely need to feature Mort Fang's Liverright. Let's talk about those Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
They're
pretty resilient.
They're some hardy boys. Like, they do not get sick very much.
Mm-hmm.
Poisons, forget about it.
Yeah, they can really stand up.
I've heard them described as agents of the adult ruling class, though, which...
Yeah, that could be dangerous.
That's gonna hurt our hip teens message.
It is. I think we need to teen these boys up.
Mm-hmm. Hip teen.
Make them hip teens. You got it. So, are we just gonna throw all these boys in a room together?
Yeah, how are they gonna meet?
Are we gonna make them one boy?
Well, no, I think they should be a team, and let's be clear, Nancy's gotta be there. You need a lady on the team.
Oh, absolutely, and she should be the leader of the team because according to just the first paragraph of these articles, I think that she's the best detective.
The most capable?
Because she just solves them all by herself. She doesn't need friends.
She has no friends, huh?
She just runs around and does it and solves the crimes. The Hardy Boys, they need the boys around. I don't think Encyclopedia has ever solved a crime without Fang's Liverright by his side.
It's his name Liverright? Or it's Liveright. It is Liveright. There's only one R.
Liveright.
It's not, or is it Liverite? It Liveright.
He has fangs and he lives
he
correctly.
Lives right. You know what
Mm-hmm.
You know what we say about Mort Fangs?
He
that
lives
boy
right.
lives right.
Dude's just cracking those root beer bottles, just chomping into them.
Living right. Yeah, how do you think he opens them with his teeth? Do you think he just like
Well,
his
I think his name is Fangs is because he has very
Well, no,
pronounced like canines. So
I
that
get that, but
he just really gets in there.
I want to get on the mechanics of this. Is his mouth a
It's
bottle
all
opener?
about leverage.
Is his mouth a bottle? So that's the question. Is his mouth a bottle opener wherein he he places the cap at an angle and then kind of just tilts the bottle so that it pops off, or am I? Does he just stick that bad boy in there and just chomp the top off, like straight through the glass?
I mean, I feel like so. I think it's kind of like when you like bite the top off of a popsicle.
Oh, who would do that? Oh, my teeth hurt. Oh, God.
I think he just puts his mouth around the bottle and then just like, and just rips the whole top off.
That's what I think too, but I hate that you just mentioned biting the top of popsicle, because what kind of monster does that?
Well, Fangs does that to every root beer bottle.
Yeah, but root beer bottles aren't cold and hurt your teeth.
Well, I think they do hurt your teeth.
No, not for Fangs.
Well, we don't know if Fangs enjoys what he does, but he does it.
Oh, that's true. We'll have to explore his motivations in this.
So, I mean, is Fangs going to be there too now? I feel like we're spending a lot of time on Fangs. I feel like now he has to show up. But he's not a detective.
He's like an informant. He's a CI.
He's a stoolie.
He's a confidential informant. A canary, if you will. So, let's get back to the Hardy Boys. Although there's a lot here for Mort, but we gotta flesh the rest of this team out. What are their names? Frank and Joe Hardy. Do we keep those names? I feel like you gotta, right?
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna be changing everything else. They've got to have the same name.
Maybe we keep Frank, but change the other one to Scott. Just top of my head.
I can see that.
Frank and Scott Hardy.
And obviously they're like they're the smartest.
They're the smartest boys in all the land.
They co-lead the greatest detective agency.
That they also, and then every case they solve, they feature on their very wildly successful and popular internet radio blog.
Yeah.
I like these
No,
two
this
guys.
is working. This is working out.
They're
actually,
also naturally they are just the most handsome.
Well, duh.
I like these boys a lot.
I'm really feeling this.
They sound like good dudes.
I can't come up with any specific reason, but I'm loving it.
I think that's where the magic
lies. They've got that intangible quality to them.
That je ne sais quoi.
Exactly.
I think
the X factor.
I think we've stumbled onto something that we can't explain, and we don't like. Everyone's gonna love it, just by default. Like we love them for no reason that we can figure out, and that's universal. That feeling.
Yeah, that emotion's gonna be there.
Now, here's the thing that I've learned. Many different writers for the Hardy Boys, but everyone writes under the same collective pseudonym, Franklin W. Dixon. Nothing is real.
The show is created. The show can be credited as created by the very same Franklin W. Dixon.
Or at the very least, Hardy Boys created by Franklin W. Dix.
Yep. Oh, that's good. Yeah, we can really play into that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do they have any friends? Those Hardy Boys? I mean, imagine Frank and Scott have all the friends. Like everyone is friends with them.
So many.
Yeah. And they
a lot.
They have just a lot of friends. And they're all very good friends.
Yeah, like all of their friends say that their best friends are the Hardy Boys.
Mm-hmm. Those Hardy Boys. Those boys who are very strong and physically fit.
And just resilient.
And incredibly
and
resilient. Hard to, they're very hardy.
Mm-hmm.
Those boys. And also their name is the Hardy Boys. Just right quick, I just now noticed this on Wikipedia. The top of the paragraph does specify, not to be confused with the Hardy Boys, where boys has a Z. Hard Boys, where boys
Oh,
has a
no.
Z. I'm real interested in
No.
what the Hard
Oh,
Boys. And then
okay.
also the Hardly Boys, which
Oh,
is
the boys that are not very much.
yes, the boys that are not very much. Here's what. So we've got the Hardy. Oh boy, I had. Oh boy, Frank. I'm not one who is incredibly familiar with the professional wrestling circuit.
Nor am I.
As it turns out, the Hardy Boys with a Z,
With a Z.
also known as the Hardys, Team Extreme, and currently the Broken Hardys, are a professional wrestling team consisting of real-life brothers
Oh!
Jeff and Matt Hardy.
Oh, this opens doors!
And then we've got Hard Boys,
Oh, no.
an American rap group composing of 3 members, KT, Big D, and Royal C.
Okay.
Discography from 1992 to 1998. The Hard Boys.
This is too perfect. Okay. So here's what we got now. The Hardy Boys with a Z. Well, no, we'll keep the S. The Hardy Boys. They solve crime,
Mm-hmm.
but they're also wrestlers that rap. We gotta get all these teen elements.
Well, they're
Teens
incredibly
love the rap
hardy.
music.
They're very
they do a lot of
they
things.
They can get down and wrestle if they need to.
They can handle it.
And
'Cause
naturally,
that was I think the big failure of the original stories was that
the lack of boy wrestling.
really anybody like with eyes
Mm-hmm.
could solve the crime. You just needed to have a brain.
Mm-hmm.
They never needed to they never needed to like throw down with the dude. They never like a man, like a grown man, who's capable of committing crime. The child, the boys,
Mm-hmm.
they would say like, "We got you," and the man would just like give up.
That's true. And
He never said like, "I'm a man."
right.
Like,
He was at no point was he like, "You two are
I
childs.
can punch you.
I
I've literally killed before. I can kill you." That never came up.
Nobody misses a child.
Yeah. So now these hardy boys, they got to throw down.
And naturally, they're also incredibly talented at the rhyming styles of American hip hop rap.
Also, that's their into most places is being recognized. Like album signings.
Mm-hmm. I thought there was going to be more to that list.
I'm trying.
Okay, album signings. Baby kissings.
They while they're on tour, every city they stop in, they solve a crime.
People start committing crimes to get the Hardy Boys to stop. To get
Ye-
the Hardy Boys to come to their town.
That's pretty dangerous.
Mm-hmm. It's the problem with fame. They've got to deal with that.
Yeah, they're attracting attention now.
Right. Okay. I feel like these Hardy Boys are the most fleshed out.
Yeah, well, and so I want to be clear that they are mystery solvers first.
Yes.
And world famous rappers second.
Yes. I mean, they are just naturally gifted at all things. But
everything they try, they just do really good at. That's not their
true-
fault. That's just what happens.
Right. That's just how they were born. Their true
Yeah.
passion and
They're just super great.
their true passion and calling is to solve the mysteries that adults cause.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's talk about Nancy Drew, and then let's find a way to get all these kids together.
I feel like we can make that real easy. Nancy Drew is their manager.
We don't want to sideline her, though. You want to bench Nancy? You want to put her behind a
Well,
desk?
no, I want it to be I want it to be involved, but I want it to be clear that
You know what I think is funny? For both Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew, the section headers. So there's Hardy Boys. So there's premise, create, and then is section 1. Section 2 is creation of characters. 2.1 ghostwriters. 2.2 legal disputes. Nancy Drew, character. Section 2, creation of character. 2.1, ghostwriters. 2.2, legal disputes.
Mm.
These are some hotly disputed characters. And what I'm learning about Nancy Drew is she was created by a dude.
Oh, that's not allowed.
And then he ghost wrote, and the other writers all also ghost write under a collective pseudonym, Carolyn Keene. Similar to the Hardy Boys.
This puts us in a bit of a sticky wicket.
A sticky wicket. The original Nancy Drew Mystery Stories series started in 1930 and ended in 2004. That is 74 years of books. Uh-oh, here we go. Launched that same year, 2004, the Girl Detective series features Nancy driving a hybrid electric vehicle and using a cell phone.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so let's see. Oh, okay. So we can flip this. Nancy Drew is smarter is unfortunately, and it's not the boys' fault. The boys do their best and they're very good at what they do. But Nancy is smarter than them.
She's smarter than the boys.
She's smarter than the boys, but she's not on the boys' side.
What?
She went rogue.
What? You're telling me Nancy's the bad guy?
She's orchestrating the crimes that harangue the Raptor.
Oh, the Raptor.
The Raptor of the Hardy Boys.
The Hardy Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
The rapping group that they are.
Mm-hmm. Jeez.
So we flip it. So she's against them.
Uh-huh.
And then we get into like a Holmes Moriarty thing.
Yeah.
To go classic, if you'll let me.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty classy. I dig it. Okay. Interesting. So what's her game?
That's a tough one. This is the eternal what do women want? Alright, are we...
I think we'll need to go to the Mel Gibson movie.
Yeah.
What Women Want.
Beautiful picture.
Here's actually what I've learned. We can actually get those powers. I think we just have to apply some makeup and then fall into a bathtub with a curling iron or some sort of electric thing to really give us a shock and put those lady thoughts in your head because,
Yeah, and just get them all in there.
Mm-hmm. God, what a progressive movie that was.
Yep. But one of the top 20 of Mel Gibson's career.
One of the top 20 of his well-known feminist career.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how does Encyclopedia Leroy Brown meet those Hardy Boys?
So Encyclopedia and Fangs, I feel like we slim Fangs, we smooth the edges on Fangs a little bit. No pun intended.
You wanna file his fangs?
No, quite the opposite. I want to strip all the parts of his personality that aren't his aggressive tooth behavior.
Okay.
He's just like a greaser with big sharp teeth.
Sharp teeth. Greaser. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can get into that. He still bites those bottles, though.
Yeah, dude can't stop. It's actually a problem.
Is it beer or still just root beer?
I feel like now it's beer.
Even though he's underage?
We gotta stay edgy. We'll
That's
die.
Fair.
We're sharks. We gotta swim or we'll die.
That's true. Gotta swim. All right. So, how about this? Those Hardy Boys are making their national rap tour is stopping in bustling metropolis Idaville, wherein a murder has happened or a crime of other severity. And local leading child detective Leroy Encyclopedia Brown is on the case, but he finds himself in a bit of a pickle and must be bailed out by those Hardy Boys, Frank and Scott Hardy. And he says, "You two are the most talented, intelligent, and attractive gentlemen,
and the best,
and the best I have ever encountered.
At everything.
Might we join forces?"
And the Hardy Boys share one of their trademark looks that they have.
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, I mean, we don't really need you, but like, I mean, we just want to be friends with
Right,
everybody.
we're nice
So
boys.
yeah, so yeah.
Yes.
But but like it's clear that not only can they solve it on their own,
Mm-hmm.
but like they might already have
Yes.
and are just letting Leroy walk through it to be nice to him.
Yes. And they'll let him run the blog.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he's definitely the blog runner
Mm-hmm.
because he's got to write all the stuff about like, and then those Hardy Boys like they solved it so good.
Solved it so good.
They did it. They did the crime. They solved the crime doing, and they did it like really good.
And then the criminals do the time doing.
Yup, for the crime that they did.
I love it. So then, how did I don't know that I like Nancy not being part of the good guys.
We're still in planning, so we can pull her back.
Is there another child detective we can make the bad guy?
Let me go to the list real quick. I got the Scholastic crime solvers.
Oh boy, there was a 1977 television series, The Hardy Boys / Nancy Drew Mysteries. I want to watch this. Oh boy, it's live action. Oh, those Hardy Boys, those are supposed to be teens? God, 70s teens were weird, man.
They're not teens anymore, are they? All right, so I got one. You tell me. You tell me if this is something you're interested in.
Okay.
So we've got a boy who's a kid detective. This is a Scholastic book series. Now, I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the boy's name.
Give me that boy's name.
The boy who solves the mysteries in this specific Scholastic mystery series. His name is Theodore, quote, Jigsaw, unquote, Jones.
Jigsaw Jones.
His name is Theodore. His name is Jigsaw Jones.
You tell me that Jigsaw Jones wasn't already a villain.
He solved crimes, surprisingly.
Jigsaw Jones was not a murderous boy.
He, in fact, stopped the murder.
No longer. With a name like, I think that's the one. Jigsaw Jones, that's a bad dude.
Yeah, it feels so obvious now, in hindsight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jigsaw Jones has got to be their nemesis. He's got to be.
So, we gotta bring Nancy in now.
Yeah. So Nancy... She is a talented beatboxer. You don't like it. All right, we'll scrap it.
No.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, I got...
No,
All right.
no, it's fine. It's fine.
So the Hardy Boys are doing a concert, and their drummer is poisoned, knockout gas.
They're a rap duo with a drummer?
Like a backup drummer. Like you gotta lay the beats.
You know, this is actually wonderful because let's be clear, the best child detective and cartoons of the 60s, they were all also in bands.
Yeah, that was a common theme.
And so, yeah, they're gonna be a musical group.
Well, the backup drummer is just a touring drummer. He has nothing. He doesn't do any mysteries. He doesn't wrestle.
He doesn't wrestle. He doesn't wrestle.
He does not wrestle.
What's he even doing there?
He plays the drums for the tour. He has a very specific job.
Okay.
But so this man gets poison darted. You don't even know his name because this is episode 1.
Okay.
The dude gets poison darted, and he falls over. And the Hardy Boys, they're still rapping very good, but their drummer punked out on him.
He done punked out.
And so, what's that? There's someone on the stage, and
she
they just climb up.
She just walks up. She doesn't even say anything.
She climbs up on stage and grabs a mic and just lays it down. And it's like, it's like the illest beat.
I'd be okay with her just being a really good drummer. She doesn't have to be a beatboxer if we don't want to get into that weirdness.
Okay, so then she takes the sticks.
She just brings her own sticks.
And just goes to... She pulls them out of her purse.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do kids have purses?
She wears... She
has a backpack.
Yes. Or a side bag.
That holds drumsticks.
A messenger bag, if you will.
Just so many of them.
Okay. And she, she just goes to town. She just starts picking right up, and those Hardy Boys look at each other,
they're dumbfounded,
and they just
but not for
start
very
rapping.
long because they're
No.
professionals.
Yeah, they're professionals. They're very good at their jobs. And so they start rapping, and then afterwards she's like, "Hey, I noticed, I noticed a mystery that I solved."
Maybe the boys, they say like, well, we want to thank you. Like, you can, you should come eat like some sushi.
Oh, kids do love sushi.
With like, as we'll buy it for you.
How about tapas?
Yeah, they could do that. I mean, really,
Quinoa.
they're good with whatever. It's just
I'm gonna say some words that I know are trendy. Quinoa.
Omega-3.
Gluten-free. Free range.
Locally sourced.
Cruelty-free. All of these things the Hardy Boys go and eat.
They go and eat the tapas.
Not Leroy Brown, though. He goes and he just...
No, he's not there yet.
Oh, okay. Well, when he is
they haven't linked up.
When he is there, he eats
so
the
Nancy,
bad foods.
Nancy is eating sushi / tapas with the boys and mentions the crime and how she has a really good lead, but she needs access. And the boys,
I don't have those resources.
They can say like, we're the rapping duo, the Hardy Boys.
The hardiest boys.
Let us into this library, please. And like the librarian is intimidated into saying yes. And then that's the access, and Nancy can solve
all the crime.
The crime. And they say like, wow, you're really good. But we also noticed that like you have a very we're not very good at booking gigs. Do you want to be our manager also?
Yeah, somehow. Let's also be clear, there will be no sexual tension between this group.
Not even a little bit. They're all underage, and they're all very good friends.
I mean, they may be attractive teens, and they may explore relationships.
There may be romantic subplots with other non-mystery solving characters
outside the group.
But Nancy's her own woman.
Nancy and the Hardy Boys do not mix.
Never, ever, ever. Cannot stress that enough.
Take that, shippers.
Oh, that won't stop them. Nothing stops them.
Okay. So let's talk me through this first mystery, Francis. We're looking at...
Well, so Leroy and Fangs have not joined yet.
No. Leroy and Fangs are busy. They are just up to their asses in serial murders.
Just way up there. Serial murders.
Yeah, murders with cereal. No, I'm talking. How grisly are we getting on this show, Frank?
Well, so this opens the question: are we network or cable?
I don't know that that's even the question. I mean, that's certainly a question, but I've seen some network shows that get pretty grisly.
Yeah, we've never really ironed down the specific stopping point of the NBCCW.
The NBCW is a network show, I do think. Here's what I'm thinking. There's a rash of murders wherein multiple victims go missing at a time. And they are all found in the same place, but their parts have been moved around. Like one guy's got another guy's arms, while another guy's got this lady's foot.
But like they finished doing the surgery.
Like it's a jigsaw puzzle.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that... No, I get it now. Okay.
Glad we got there.
Yeah, so I think that has to be mostly off-screen.
Okay. Yeah. You don't
see
the
parts.
You don't see the assembling. You just see the end product.
The grizzly, they lift up the tarp,
and there's
stitches,
and
they all like Nancy lifts up the tarp, and then one of the Hardy Boys will be like, ugh. But he won't throw up because he's a professional.
He's a professional.
He'll be like, oh, like it'll be bad.
Yeah, he's like, damn it, get it together, Frank.
Yeah, and they well, I think that Scott might be the one that gets a little bit sick. I feel like that's just more along the lines of his character. He's like slightly weaker.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like Scott would be the more stoic of the Hardy Boys.
I mean, we can refine it in the writers' room.
Okay.
We'll...
So yeah, Leroy Brown is at a loss, and after Nancy joins up with the team, the Hardy Boys, they let her into the secret, to the not so secret, we're just because we are here for a gig, but we're actually here to finally put a stop to these serial murders from the Jigsaw. The Puzzle Man, they call him. They don't call him the Jigsaw. They call him the Puzzle Man.
The puzzle maker?
The Puzzler.
Because he makes people in... Well, I guess he solves the puzzles.
The Puzzle Artisan.
Well, so...
The Puzzle Buddy. The case of the puzzling people.
The puzzler... No. The Jigsaw... Let's go back to Puzzle Man.
Puzzle Man's pretty good.
Puzzle Man. The Puzzle Killer. Because I feel like the Puzzle Man would come to like a child's birthday party.
Yeah, but that just makes it sound like he kills puzzles.
Yeah, well, he doesn't make puzzles because he solves people puzzles with body parts.
Mm-hmm.
The rearrange... No. All right. It's Puzzle. Well, Puzzle Man. We'll Puzzle Man.
Puzzle Man.
Puzzle Man.
And so they go to meet they find out that there is a boy who has been working, and they need to go talk to him to get what he has currently,
info.
Yeah, how much work he currently does.
Then they find out where he lives because they're superstars, and people just tell them the truth all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because they just have like faces that, people trust them. And they deserve the trust.
Yes.
Because they're good. They're cool.
Yeah, they're super
and they
cool.
have friends.
Super cool, friendly boys. Hardiest. Those Hardy
So
boys.
hardy. So then they show up, and like Fangs is like, he's like leaning like on the wall outside of the door and like smoking probably.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, what do you want?
Hey, you kids.
We gotta be careful. He's not Joey Tribbiani.
Hey, you kids.
He's just gruff.
Oh,
well,
hey.
Is he gruff or is he 15?
Hey, you guys! I'm just drinking a root beer. What can I get you? I'm having a smoke. Do you want a marijuana cigarette?
Oh, it's a jazz cigarette.
Hey! Oh, that's just my boy Encyclopedia Brown inside. Nope, now he's just turning into the
he's the protector. He's the gate guard. Because what do you want?
Who wants to know?
What? Hold on. I think we both did Fangs for. Hold on. You be Fangs.
I was also doing Fangs. That's just another thing he could say.
So and they're like, we need to speak to Leroy.
Yeah.
And Fangs is like, who's? I don't know no Leroy.
I don't.
You mean Psych?
Oh no, Psych Brown.
Yes, dude. He's not called Encyclopedia Brown anymore. They shorten it. His name is Psych, and it's radical. And he probably skateboards.
He probably skateboards. Frank, tell me this. What direction does he wear his ball cap?
Oh, my initial instinct is full 180, but I feel like that's a little bit out of fashion, and now it's 45 degrees from straight on.
Okay, and tell me, Frank, is the bill curved?
No, it's gotta be flat.
Okay,
that's
and
hot.
Did he remove the sticker that comes on it?
No, he did not.
All right. I get a feeling for what this boy is wearing. Rad Psych. Apostrophe CYC Brown.
Yes. So then out front is Fangs. Fangs is puffing on his doober, and he's like, "Who?"
Doober.
He's who? Wait, what is his voice? It's
Psych?
like, ha!
Hey.
Well, Psych.
What do you? Oh, Psych. Hey, what do you guys want?
Yes. And then they explain the problem.
Oh yeah, I've been dealing with that Puzzle Man. I've been calling him.
I feel like Fangs would try to hit on Nancy, and then that would get shut down real fast.
Oh, so fast.
And then she would be like, "Ain't happening."
Ain't happening, Fang boy. It's
Yeah,
just fangs.
Yeah, and then he goes back outside to smoke.
And
more,
eats his bottles.
More like reefers.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Okay.
So then Leroy, Psych. His name is Psych now.
Psych Leroy.
He gives him like the case notes and stuff, and is like, the first. It's gotta be personal.
Yeah.
Like one of the people that like got their like legs switched out was like, it can't be too personal. It was like his
It's Psych's dad, but he got away before the murder happened, but he lost his leg.
Yeah, and he's just like laid up in the hospital real bad.
Yeah. And he's on a quest to get his dad's leg back. He doesn't quite understand that you can just put a leg back.
The doctors try to explain it to him, but he's not as smart as the Hardy Boys. Or Nancy.
Or Nancy, the smartest. But just by a little bit, and she's cool about it.
Yeah, she's real cool. She's not a sore winner.
She's so cool about it.
Yeah, and the Hardy Boys are really cool about it too.
Yeah. So, they work together, and they go to the library, maybe? No, they got the internet.
They got the internet, I feel like, yeah.
I feel like they gotta go. There's gotta be at least one scene where they're going to a library to look up some old public records.
Yeah, they gotta go to the microfiche. No, how old is Jigsaw?
He's only been around for a little bit, but they still go to the microfiche.
Yeah, they find out that they're in like a really weird town where that like hasn't digitized their public records.
Everything is microfiche.
They have refused to catch up and digitize, so they do as much internet research as they can.
Uh-huh.
But they come to a point where they really just need to go back to the microfiche.
Yes, exactly. I love it. Okay.
So they're scanning through the microfiche, and let's see. Oh, maybe they find like there was like 1 year where it was like boy wins like Jigsaw puzzle solving championship
against a computer.
Yeah, like a Bobby Fischer thing.
Yeah.
Can computers solve jigsaw puzzles very easily?
I don't think that is relevant at all to
There's
this
a world
discussion.
they're in a world in which that is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like local boy,
mm-hmm.
Lil Theo,
Theodore Johnson.
Yeah, he doesn't have his nickname yet. He hasn't.
Yeah.
He and the interview. Do they interview him probably? And he's like, solving puzzles used to bring joy to me, but now it's so easy, and I'm so bored with life.
I'm looking for a more difficult. The most dangerous puzzle.
Can you please do that again?
The most dangerous puzzle to solve.
And he's like real grim. Like
his hair is so slicked. Yeah. His shirt is buttoned all the way up.
I need
no tie.
The only puzzles I haven't been able to solve yet are people.
The puzzle of people. I mean,
and so
of course
he's got this mania. He has this obsession with he tries to take people apart like puzzles and put them back together in the correct configuration.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to fix people like puzzles and he's trying to figure out he's using these other people as experiments to figure out how to puzzle himself.
He's got like maybe a robot computer machine companion that he has the robot like chop the people up, and he doesn't get to see the people, and then he has to come in and try to put them back together. And so all the mismatched people they're finding are him not being quite good enough at reconstructing the original puzzle.
Well, but if he's the best puzzle solver ever.
Yeah, but people are not puzzles. Or maybe that's fine.
People aren't puzzles.
Yeah, well, maybe. I mean, if he's all about putting things back together, why would he put them back together?
I was coming at it from like a metaphysical sense.
All right, that's fair.
Like he kidnaps a man who like cheated on his wife,
Mm-hmm.
and then he's like, "You're broken,
Yeah.
so like let me take you apart and put you back together." Right? Like, but now you're dead.
Yeah. All right, so they're going to realize who it is. They're going to catch him, but he's of course going to get away. He's going to be that recurring villain.
Obviously.
They
have to. They have to think they solved it. They have to catch someone.
They catch the robot.
They catch the surgery robot. So now Jigsaw has to go to different methods of solving the puzzle of people.
Yeah. I don't know that I love that there's a robot.
Maybe he becomes like a master psychiatrist. Like, can we go
brain puzzles?
Psycho thriller with it?
I'm just trying to solve the brain puzzles.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And then maybe like Fangs betrays the group.
But then of course they let him back in when he redeems himself and saves their lives later.
Oh, big time.
Love it. Jigsaw, and they start calling him Jigsaw Johnson.
Yep. Because of the whole people parts thing.
The whole parts of people getting mismatched like a jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, and they probably like get a print of like the microfiche page about the boy, and they like pin it on the wall of the trailer, and that becomes a thing where like they like pin like evidence and like reminders of their crimes on the side of the tour bus.
Yes.
The inside, I want to be specific.
Inside tour bus.
Like for them to look at.
Yeah. I dig it.
And then that's, I guess, the end of like the end. Well, episode 1 is like an 80-minute special.
Yeah. The double-length pilot.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I love this.
This is really good.
Any last-minute details we need to infuse into this? What's the name? What's the name of this group of child detectives?
Raps crime. Hold on.
Hip-hop crime. The Encyclopedia of Hip-Hop, Brown Drew. The boy... No.
Crime Stoppers.
Youth of... You can't do Crime Stoppers. That's a thing already, I think.
Oh, really?
Youthful Mysteries.
Teenage... Hold on.
Teenage Fun. I kind of like teenage...
Sorry, run that one more.
Teenage Fun.
Okay,
teenage
and fun is like an acronym.
Oh, just some good like teenage fun.
Foil
unsolved
ungood ne'er-do-wells.
Oh, foil those ungood ne'er-do-wells. I love this. And here's another thing that I love is that this show is absolutely going to catch on with adults because that's what we do. We are very good. And you're going to have adults asking...
We completely forgot to tie this into our DCU. Okay, the tour bus driver... no, they drive their own tour bus.
They drive their own tour bus, but we will have crossover episodes in which they join Ebenezer Scrooge to solve his homicides.
Oh, David Copperfield shows up, obviously. He's the big get.
He's going to be there.
What do we name Tiny Tim? Little Timmy. He comes around.
He's dead, though. Did he die?
Well, he can show up before chronologically.
Ooh,
the movie.
You're telling me that this will be a little bit of a prequel to Ebby Scrooge.
Well, it's a multi-year span.
You tell me they time travel. No, you're not saying that.
No, I just mean it. Maybe like the first season is before the Christmas Carol. Or
yeah, that works.
Carol,
that works.
And then season 2 is after.
And then here's the other thing: we're gonna have adults asking each other if they want to watch some teenage fun.
Exactly.
And I think that's a good goofer.
I think that's a great goofer.
Awesome. Teenage Fun, airing this fall on the NBCW in that primetime Tuesday night spot.
Tuesdays 9:30 p.m. to 10:20 p.m.
10:20, yes, 10:22.
Yep, with room for commercials before the baseball game.
Before that b-ball game. How come b-ball is basketball and not baseball? They're both a b-ball.
I think they're both b-balls.
B-balls. I think that's actually how you're supposed to say it. You say b-ball before the b-ball
B-balls.
game. B-ball game.
B-ball.
B-ball. All right. Well, thanks we're going to wrap that. This is a gem. And we're going to put this show on the TVs for all of you to watch. Thank you all so much for listening. Please give us a rating on iTunes. Tell your friends. Subscribe on iTunes, Google Play. We love all of you, and I hope you don't get jigsawed.
Oh, please don't get jigsawed.
Yeah, that would be sucky. But until next time, I'm Scott Owen.
And I'm Frank Sarah.
Cut it, print it.
Put it in a pizza pouch.
That's
Is that
right.
what we say? Is that what we say?
That's what we say now. I think we should talk about pizza pouches more.
Yeah, I really think we need to make pizza pouches like a staple.
Yeah, NBCW pizza pouch. And Frank, what's the password this week?
The password this week is I really wish that I could be like those Hardy Boys.
Don't we all?
They're so good. They're really great.
They're very hardy.